I cannot get this angle right and it is driving me up a wall. That made it worse. Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to go through my Spotify Wrapped for 2023, and I kind of wanted to like compare it to other years because I thought this would be so fun. So yeah, let's get into it. I made a very unnecessary PowerPoint. So I have Spotify Wrapped from 2018 to 2023 because I've been using it for that long. Oh my god, this is so fun. Look at me, I have like a little project. Okay, so I feel like I need a pointer. This is my 2023 Spotify Wrapped. My top artist was Mothica, then Glass Animals, then Lil Nas X, then Post Malone, then Taylor Swift. None of those were surprising to me except for Taylor Swift because I felt like I didn't like spend as much time listening to Taylor Swift as other artists. But then I'm like, oh, I did do that like whole reaction video, so maybe like technically, you know, I did spend longer listening to her, I guess. I was surprised my girl Olivia didn't make it on there. Kind of upsetting. She is in my playlist though, but she isn't on this, which is kind of sad. Then my top songs: Tokyo Drifting by Glass Animals, Take What You Want, which is by Post Malone, Travis Scott, and Ozzy Osbourne. Such a good song. I was surprised Tokyo Drifting was #1 and not Take What You Want, but I'm not surprised it was on the top 2, if that makes sense. Then the third one, Daylight by David Kushner. I love that song. It's so good. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's amazing. Then Industry Baby by Lil Nas X. Not really surprised. I listened to that to get pumped up a lot. Then Shameless by Camila Cabello. I was kind of surprised. I knew I listened to that song like a lot, but I didn't think I listened to it that much. But I guess I did. Then I spent 19,035 minutes listening, and my top genre was pop. Which, not really that surprising. It's interesting if you compare that to the year before, 2022, that my total minutes listened actually went down. Like in 2022 I spent 24,328 minutes listening, and then it was only 19,000 in 2023. And that was surprising for me because I got Spotify Premium this year, so I was expecting my minutes to be higher, but they weren't. Kind of shocked. But then I'm like, oh well, 2022 I was like doing schoolwork and I was staying up late, like writing articles and stuff, and I would always have music on when I did that, so maybe I just spent like more time awake, if that makes sense. That's what I think. My top artists for 2022 were Alec Benjamin, Kate Bush, Armin Paul, Rory Webley, and Elise. And then my top songs: Running Up That Hill, Devil Knows, Water Fountain, Breakfast, and I Wanna Love Somebody. And my top genre was pop. So it's kind of funny because there is no repeating songs or artists between these 2 years. Like I completely changed my top artists, which I think is like super interesting because I feel like sometimes most people have like the same artists all the time. My thing said I listened to like 52 genres this year or something like that. I'll pull that one up too. But then it's even interesting like looking at 2021, like my top genre was specifically dance pop, and then it changed to just pop, and then I only listened to 7,402 like minutes of Spotify, and then it's funny, like from 2021 to 2022 I jumped to 24,000. Like that is a big jump. Yeah, in 2021 my top artists were Ruel, Olivia Rodrigo, my girl, Fauzia, I don't know how to say her name, but she has a beautiful voice. If you haven't heard Tears of Gold by her, it's so good. Billie Eilish was on there, and then James Arthur. And my top songs were Moondust, Vices, Painkiller, Smoking for the Aesthetic, and Tears of Gold, which is the song I mentioned by Fauzia. It's so good. It is so interesting looking at it, and it's like for all those 3 years, for 2023, 2022, and 2021, I don't think I had a repeating artist or song. I think it all changed, which is kind of wild because I'm like surprised. I would expect to have some repetition, but no, between these years I have no repetition. And it's like, if you even look at the vibes, I feel like they kind of change. It's interesting. I feel like my 2023 vibe is so different from my 2021 and my 2022, honestly. But just interesting to me. Then we've got growth. Top artists from 2019 to 2023. So I can't find, I guess I never took a picture of my 2028 Spotify, 2028, whoa. I guess I never took a picture of my 2018 Spotify Wrapped, so I'll show you the playlist for that, but I had a picture of my 2019, so I thought it would be fun to like go through and compare. So in 2019 my top artist was Billie Eilish, and now it's Mothica. It's kind of interesting because they have a very similar vibe. Mothika, her album is very, at least the album I spent the most time listening to, like it's very similar to When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Like it's like spooky, it's like got kind of like a theme running through it, and that's why I liked it, because it's like kind of like spooky and Halloweeny and unique. So I had a very similar vibe to Billie Eilish's like first album. Then Grandson was my second top artist in 2019, which isn't surprising because I listen to a lot of their songs, especially when I'm like writing and stuff. Like they're just like, they just tell a story, you know, in your head, and they pump you up. So, and then Glass Animals was my number 2 for this year. I'm trying to think if those two are kind of similar. I don't think so. I think Grandson's kind of lumped in like the Billie Eilish Mothika vibes, where it's like, I don't want to say darker because it's not like dark, but it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I'll get back to you. Then my third artist in 2019 was Khalid, and then Lil Nas X is the third. And those, they're not like similar, but they kind of are. So it's like kind of funny because there are some similarities. Then Lana Del Rey was my 4th top artist in 2019, which wasn't shocking because she had that album that came out. Oh my god, I forget. Norman fucking Rockwell, was that her album? And I listened to that like a lot, especially while doing homework, so that's not surprising. And then Post Malone, not surprised, I love Post Malone, so not surprised that he's number 4. Then number 5 was Bishop Briggs. Again, I listened to a lot of her songs, like writing and stuff, and I did a lot of writing in 2019. And she is a similar vibe to Grandson. So there was a very like clear vibe in the 2019. And then my 5th artist like was Taylor Swift, and I was so surprised that she made it on there. I know I've already said that, but like so shocking because I really don't listen to Taylor Swift that much. I did the reaction video, like I really liked Midnight Rain. I remember I had that song on repeat. That was like really the only song from Midnights that I really liked. So I had that on repeat a lot. And then I love 1989. Like that was, I owned that Taylor Swift album on CD, and that was the first album of Taylor Swift I ever bought. And I used to play it on replay. So I definitely did listen to her re-release of that a lot. Obviously I did a video for it, but then I also just did listen to it a lot in general, so that's not that shocking. I also listened to Paper Rings a lot this year because I just like discovered that song and really liked it. And actually, no, it does kind of make sense because I also discovered a lot of songs from Reputation that I'd never heard before that I really like, because I've never heard Reputation all the way through. I am saving that because I feel like it would be fun to listen to that all the way through when she like re-releases. And that's it. That's the end of my presentation. So let's go through my playlist. It's the top 100 songs, so I'm obviously not going to go through every single song on the playlist because that would take a very long time. So good. That's Tokyo Drifting. Take What You Want. That's a both of those are very good songs, and you should go listen to them if you haven't already, honestly. I can't believe there wasn't more buzz around Take What You Want when it came out. I think it came out in 2019, and I just discovered it this year. It's been on my on repeat playlist for the entire year. Like, it is the one song. Actually, maybe Tokyo Drifting has probably been on there for the entire year too, but those 2 songs have been on my on repeat playlist consistently towards the top for the entire year because I discovered them in January. Then Daylight by David Kushner. I love this song. I don't need to play all of them. Industry Baby, Shameless, so good. Then we've got No Role Models by J. Cole. That's a good song. Love it. Oh, I forgot. In between, after Shameless, we have Escapism by Ray and 070 Shake, the sped up version. Like, so good. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows it. No Role Models. I don't want to play too much of the music because I like copyright, but No Role Models by J. Cole, so good. Not surprised by any of those songs because I listened to them a lot this year. Again, not surprised, Don't Want It by Lil Nas X. I like just was so into that song this year. It was like, it just pumped me up for like life. Then we got To the Moon, but the Gunna remix, which I think I found on TikTok. I'll play a little bit of it. It's just so good. Then we've got Blackout Days by Fantagram, but this is the slowed version. I've already, like, I discovered the song itself way back in like 2017, 2018. And then I really like the slowed down version as well. So I feel like this year was a lot of rap. Like, I know pop was my top genre, But it was a lot of rap. Out of my top 10 songs, it's like the only like non-rappy slower ones are like Daylight, Shameless, and then Blackout Days. The rest of them are like all kind of rappy, which is interesting. So I like kind of got into like more empowering songs where I feel like 2022 was more like, I don't want to say sad, but kind of sad. Like my top songs in 2022, like Running Up That Hill, obviously from Stranger Things, but you know, Devil Knows by Armin Paul, Water Fountain by Alec Benjamin, Breakfast by Doug Cameron, I Wanna Love Somebody by We Three, Coma by Ash Graves, Miss My Ex by Arceus and Rain Paris, Mr. Forgettable by David Kushner. I've been a David Kushner fan for a while, if you couldn't tell. Joker by Rory Webley, and then Serial Killer by Moncrief. Like, and then my next two, just because I think it's funny, is Your Bedroom Ceiling Board, which is one of my favorite songs ever. It's so pretty. It's by Sodi and Cavetown. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. I love it. And then Vices and Virtues by Ranieri. Like, it's like kind of funny because all of my songs in 2022 like have kind of a like more melancholy vibe to them. My 2021 ones were just more, I feel like, chill. It was a more chill year. There was a more chill vibe. Like, Moondust by James Young is just a very like chill song. Vices by Mothica. Oh, so that is by Mothica. So Mothica made it on for 2 separate years. My bad. This was the first song I discovered by her. So that means she was on as a top song for my Spotify Wrapped in 2021, but this is the first time of her making it on as my artist. That's crazy because she's my #1 artist this year. So it's like, wow, I found her in 2021. That's interesting. See, I shocked myself. Then Painkiller by Ruel. Smoking for the Aesthetic is just like a chill song. Tears of Gold, but the stripped version. Liquor Store on Mars by Kelsey Carter and the Heroines. I wish they would like, there was a way to see like Spotify trends of like all the songs that have like, and where they've ranked. I guess I could make it, but it would take me like a very long time to make that. But I will say I already noticed that Is Your Bedroom Ceiling Board was on my top songs for 2021 and 2022, and I'm pretty sure it's on 2020 as well because I know I listened to it a lot. Let's see, 2020. My #1 song in 2020 was Dance Monkey by Tones and I, and this song gets a lot of flack. A lot of people hate on this song. I just thought it was a good time and it made me happy during COVID. I don't really see what the issue is. Then Prom Queen by Molly Kate Kestner. I think that's such a good song, honestly. Like, I love it. Bad Time by Sabrina Carpenter. Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. Moral of the Story by Ash. Heather by Conan Gray. Roaring Twenties by Panic at the Disco. Adore You by Harry Styles. Mona Lisa by Sabrina Carpenter. Bruises by Louis Capaldi. Atlas 8 by Sleeping at Last. So 2020 had a more like with the masses vibe to it. I feel like my 2020, I feel like some of my Spotify raps are a little more unique, whereas this one has got like a lot of like more known songs like Dance Monkey and like more known artists like Sabrina Carpenter and Harry Styles and Conan Gray. And then I kind of started like discovering more of my own music and like listening to things that like not a lot of people listen to and such, which I think is like so fun to see. And then if we go to 2019 is very angsty. Like the first song's Everybody Knows by Sigrid, and if you've heard that song, it was in the Justice League, and it's like very morbid. And then we've got like 9 Crimes by Damien Rice, which again is like a very depressing song. Bury a Friend by Billie Eilish. Sacrilege by Yeah Yeah Yeahs, which I think has been on this every year, to be honest. It's just a banger. I think it's been on every year. Way I Do by Bishop Briggs acoustic, again, kind of a sad song. Shadow Creatures by Zella Day, again, kind of, it's like a love song, but kind of a very like haunting love song. Like this is like a haunting melancholy year, I guess. Blood in the Water, the acoustic version by Grandson. Horns by Bryce Fox. Mr. Sandman by SYML, and No One's Here to Sleep by Naughty Boy and Bastille. Like there's such a melancholy just like vibe to this year, which is like so funny. But like I said, I did a lot of writing this year for like my novel and my series, and it had a melancholy vibe to it. So it's like not surprising that that's my Spotify, but it's like so funny to see just the music difference, you know. And I still do like all of those songs. Like there's no songs on here that I hate now so far, like, which is good, but I just think it's interesting. Then 2018 is so basic. It's like the most, and if this is your music taste, not insulting you, I'm just saying basic in the sense that like top 40s on the radio. Like, you can tell that I like didn't really have my own music taste yet. I was kind of just like listening to what was on the radio. Again, I still like a lot of these songs and listen to a lot of these songs. I'm just like proud, and I think it's so cool to see like how much my music taste has expanded and how many new artists I've discovered. Number 1 song is In My Feelings by Drake. That is still a great song, and it still takes me back to 2018 summer, like 10 out of 10. Drama by AJR, still a really great song, love it. Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur, still a really great song, still like that song. Goodie Bag by Still Woozy, still love that song. Genius by Sia, Diplo, Labyrinth, and LSD, that's a good song, it's got a nice beat. Love You When I'm Drunk by Mika. If you couldn't tell, I was in my David Dobrik era. We don't talk about it right now, okay? We don't talk about it anymore, but it's a good song. I like that song. That used to be my alarm because it goes like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and it like rises, so it used to wake me up very easily. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then Better Now by Post Malone. Post Malone has been on here. 2018, still on there. 2023, because Post Malone just stays making bangers. It's just true. So I'm not surprised that he's kind of been here every year. He deserves to be here every year, okay? Nobody Knows by Mansions. Such a good song. This song I've been listening to since longer than 2018, I think. Well, I don't think I know, but back when I used to buy songs on iTunes before like Spotify was a thing, I have that song downloaded on like my iTunes. And I think Better Now is on my iTunes too. It's like kind of funny because those are like the OG songs for me, because I'm like, wow, this is back when I had like iTunes money and I bought songs, you know? Then Sad by, I'm gonna say this wrong because I never know if to just say Extension or Extension, I don't know. Sad by him, and then Mine by Bazzy. Again, I feel like those are all like songs that were very top 40s, widely known, widely used, widely played on the radio, so it's just funny to see. Also, so apparently I played Tokyo Drifting 115 times this year, starting on January 5th, so I discovered the song on January 5th. However, it's a different cover than the most latest one I've been listening to, so I do wonder if it's actually more than that. I don't know how it works. I don't know how well they are at tracking that. For Mothica, I am a top 0.5% fan, and I spent 452 minutes listening to her. She's got bangers, what can I say? And then I got this little thing, I'll put it on the screen, but it says like that I'm an alchemist, and it says, listening is your laboratory. You create your own playlist more than other listeners do. Nice work, doc. I do create a lot of playlists. Like, creating playlists is almost like a hobby of mine. Like, I just have so much fun like creating a vibe and an atmosphere like in a playlist, and it's like not even like I advertise them for other people. Like, if other people want to listen to them, great, but like it's like just for me. Like, I'm just like, I just think it's so fun to just create a playlist. I don't know, I have a lot of fun doing that. I listen to 51 different genres, which I think is super interesting. I would list them and tell me what those genres technically are, because I can't even think of 51 different genres. I know they exist, I'm sure they're there, but like, let's explain. Oh, okay, so I played 2,405 songs in 2023. Usually they say like how many new artists you listen to or like what countries. Oh, okay, you listened to 1,474 artists this year. Obviously those aren't like, you discovered new artists this year, but it's like listening to that many artists is like, whoa. Like, I know it only takes one song from them, but I'm like, that's a crazy statistic. Like, to listen to over 1,000 artists in 1 year, like, is very cool to see how my music taste has progressed and grown, but also stayed the same. Like, there's still songs that I like, and there's still like some artists that have kind of repeated. If you can't tell, I love Spotify Wrapped season. I think it's so fun. It's so cool to see. Like, I get so excited for it, and I love seeing other people's. Like, it just brings me so much joy. So definitely comment down below who your like top artist was, or what your top song was, or whatever Spotify Wrapped information you want to share with me, because I genuinely love seeing everybody else's Spotify Wrapped. Like, it's so fun. But I mean, I hope you got something out of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it and making that cute little presentation. Like, the academic in me, I guess, never died. I don't know. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down below. I'm sure to subscribe for more content. Like I said, comment down below any Spotify Wrapped information you want to share with me. I'd love to know like your top artist, your top song, anything like that. As always, comment down below any videos you want to see from me. I always love taking suggestions, and thank you so much for being here and watching. It really does help out my channel a lot, as does thumbs upping and subscribing, so thank you for that as well. And I will see you guys on Wednesday with another video. Later, Gators. Bye. It was fun. Bye.